Welcome, my loves, to the nutrition course created for athletes who wants to combine strength, elegance, and vitality. Nutrition is not just about eating, it's about designing your body, your performance, and even your recovery at the cellular level. Think of food as both your fuel and your medicine. The right food enhances your ability to build lean muscle, protects your hormones, which are very, very important as women, especially different age of their cycle. It helps you strengthen your immune system and keep your skin and energy radiant. Hello, my name is Sadia, and I'm a physician and a nutritionist. In this course, I will show you not only what to eat and why, backed by science and physiology, so that every choice you make becomes an investment in your performance and in your health. Proper nutrition is as important as your training program. Study shows that athletes who synchronize their meal timing with the training achieves up to 20% better endurance and recover muscle glycogen almost 50% faster compared to those who eat randomly. It's very important as a female to work out. It will boost your not just like your happiness, your not just your happiness, but your overall confidence, which is very important. I think knowing about this, or at least having an idea about what's going on in your body when food enters your body, how it will utilize it, which is the best options to take in. It's very, very important. It's very crucial in every woman, especially because we are eventually, after all, responsible for other people. Food, nutrition, whether it's your kids, your husband, your mother, sisters, community. It's very, very important to choose the quality of food that you bring into our healthy, wealthy bodies. So there is three pillars that we're going to focus on in this course. Whether you're exercising to maintain your fitness level, participating in specific athletic activities, or training to reach peak performance, proper nutrition is the essential tool to help you perform at your best. And with this, we need three pillars that we're going to focus on in this course. The type of food, for example, fast digesting carbs like bananas or rice before workout, versus slow digesting carb like oat for sustaining energy. The second pillar is the quantity. Under eating reduces muscle strength and bone health. Overeating impairs agility. So there is always a fine balance. In the timing, eating protein within 30 to 60 minutes post training increases muscle protein synthesis by activating so many pathways in the muscle cycle, which is one of them famous is TOR pathway, which is critical for growth. So when meal planning is tailored to your individual nutritional needs and combined with a structured training program, outcomes improve significantly, not just in performance, but also in longevity, mood, body composition, and not forget the psychological part about it. Your confidence increase, your agility increase, your happiness increase, you're secreting all this nice hormone, endorphins, keeps your hormones in check, lowers the cortisol, and so many good benefits. Sport nutrition is the science of how dietary factors influence performance and recovery. Physical performance, for example, we have a marathon runner who usually may oxidize up to 90 grams of carbohydrates per hour. And without this, without this, the glycogen depletion will lead to what's known as the hitting the wall. Most of the, I'm sure, uh, so many of you who have either participated or heard from other marathon runners, when there is no like glycogen depletion, you have no storage. Of course, what they refer to as psychologically is the hitting the wall. Like you cannot move on forward, which is like your muscles are giving you the ultimate alarm. Recovery and well-being. We have also the adequate protein, about 1.6 to 2 grams per kilogram a day, supports muscle repair, while also we have some food, like example, the omega-3 fatty acid reduces inflammation. And they did this by they measure clinically, they measure the CRP, which is like a very basic inflammatory marker. Also, we also focus on the nutritional value of fluid. The hydration with the electrolyte prevents hyponatremia, which is very dangerous drop in blood sodium seen in endurance athletes who drink water but do not replace salts. So there's nutrition is not a guesswork, as you can tell. It's a precise tool to align diet with training and competition demand, which is usually very, very important for women who are most people they go into the gym, they start the program, they don't know how to refuel with food, and they don't continue. Just there is no balance. That's all. That's what we're trying to solve with this course. So what we need to do is create a personalized training diet that adapts and change in training load, body composition, especially when it comes to females. We are very different from males, so it's not very. Sometimes I see a lot of women, they just go and have the protein, milk, and this and creatinine, and it's not meant for you. So that's what we're trying to do. All natural, all natural girls. We will find something that has the essential nutrient to support our energy production, tissue repair, and muscle adaptation. And with that, we hopefully will reduce fatigue. And when we reduce fatigue, obviously you will be more excited to go to the gym and or stay in your diet and exercise, and will get you to better results on long term. Every woman is different and every sport is different. For example, sprinter nutrition is not the same as a long distance runner. So that's why personalized diet helps you adapt to training load. Heavy resistance training requires more protein for muscle hypertrophy, while endurance training demands higher carbohydrate intake. Also, we try to provide essential nutrients. We have the B vitamins for which is good for energy metabolism, vitamin D and calcium for bone health, and iron for oxygen transport via the blood hemoglobin. Women are particularly prone to iron deficiency anemia, which causes fatigue and reduces performance. We also want to enhance recovery and reduce fatigue by consuming antioxidants like vitamin C and polyphenols, which helps reduces the oxidative stress from the intense exercise. With the diet or with the particular plan, I like to call it a diet, but I like to use the word food plan. Yes. We try to prevent micronutrient deficiencies. Magnesium, for example, is essential for muscle relaxation and ATP production, which is basically the fuel that your muscle use. Even in mild deficiency can cause cramps and lower exercise capacity. And we want to eliminate any discomfort when it's possible. Why not? Why not? So that's it. The nutrition must involve with your body, with the season, with your cycle, and with your training volume. And please, girls, when we are on our period, Uh, there's no need to go all crazy on exercising unless it's you're competing, and I think that's a whole different level. I'm sure that this course will help you if you're in a competitive sport, but other than that, it's very important to give your body the rest that it needs. And women, we operate on a very different cycles. We have cycle, not like men, so it's very important to give your body a rest. And that's why the universe, when you know the rules of the universe, you can play with them. We'll talk more in that later. And that's why another concept comes to when we are planning this nutrition plan, we need to make sure that the sufficient energy availability, which is a concept called the EI, energy availability. So when this drops below the 30 kilocalories per kilogram of lean body mass, women risk relative energy deficiency, which leads to menstrual disturbance, low bone density, and decreased performance. Another very important point that we have to balance macronutrients intake. Carbohydrates should make up to 4 to 60% of the total calories, protein around 20 to 30%, and fat from 20 to 30%. Make sure to know that not all fats are healthy and they're not all equal. Omega 3 fatty acid from salmon or flaxseed reduces inflammation and support joint health, while omega 6, which is found in processed oils, can increase inflammation if consumed in excess. So for female athletes, maintaining this balance also supports hormonal health, protecting against issues like amenorrhea and osteoporosis. Next, we're going to talk about the energy balance, which means energy in equals energy out. For female athletes, imbalance has major consequences. For example, when undereaten, the body enters a catabolic state, which breaking down muscles for fuel. It also suppresses estrogen, which leads to menstrual irregularities and bone loss. On the other side, overeating, you have an excess fat storage, which decrease the speed and the efficiency. For example, female rowers in a study who maintained energy balance preserved lean muscle mass and higher VO2 max, which is the aerobic capacity marker, compared to those who are in deficit. Energy comes from carbs, which is usually we have that as a glycogen in the muscles and the liver. This is counted as fast fuel. Have a protein, which is usually not just for the muscle but also for the enzymes and hormones. Fats, long lasting energy, especially important in low intensity but long duration exercise. And of course, fluid and electrolyte to maintain plasma volumes and thermoregulation. Very important, very important. Keep your body temperature check. Many female athletes face a high energy demands but still under fuel. For example, we have a cyclist who's riding 4 to 5 hours, which can burn over 3,000 kilocalories per day, which is considered as a heavy training load. Also, we have another, it depends on the phase, we have growth and hypertrophy phases. We will need an extra energy for bone and muscle growth. And also, if you have a goal for like low body fats, most females they aim for aesthetics, often reduces calorie too much, which leads to weakness, and also you will get uh, cycle irregularities, bone issues, amenorrhea, all of this. Sports nutrition guidelines emphasize nutrition timing, and which is very important. Example, consuming 1 to 2 kilograms of per kilogram of carbohydrate within 30 minutes post training, it will help restore your glycogen stores efficiency. And even there was like, even if you drink juice or something with or you eat a little bit of carbs 15 minutes before your exercise, it will lead to more strength because you will have more fuel. Many female athletes face high energy demand but still under fuel. For example, a cyclist riding 4 to 5 hours can burn over 3,000 kilocalories per day, which is considered as a heavy train load. We also have periods of growth and muscle hypertrophy. And for this, for example of this is the teenagers, adolescents, and young females who require extra energy for bone and muscle growth, especially during the period of puberty. Also, when it comes to maintaining a low body fat percentage, most females they aim for aesthetic, often to reduce calories too much, which will lead to weakness, cycle irregularities, bone pain, amenorrhea. Some girls they go even to like when get the anorexia, and that's why it's very important that to follow sport nutrition guideline, which emphasize on nutrition timing. Example, when you consume 1 or 2 grams of per kilogram of carbohydrate within 30 minutes post training, it helps restore the glycogen stores efficiently. Even if you want to increase your energy during the exercise, it will help to eat a little bit of carbohydrate 15 minutes before the exercise, and you will see that you are more energized because obviously you will have more fuel, more ATPs. Without this, glycogen replenishment slows by almost 50%, which will delay recovery, which we don't want that because we want you to be as good as the next day, next day, next day until our like resting periods arrive.